Unsurpassed, telecast, it's the 10 items or less podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10 Items or Less. I'm your host, Justin Smith. You know the deal. We're bringing a guest and we fire 10 questions at him. My guest today is slowly becoming one of my favorite people on the internet. Personal favorite comedian, Peter Angelo is my guest today.
Thank you. Oh, that means so much to me. Thank
What's
you.
up, buddy? How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Thanks for having me on.
Dude, thanks for coming. I mean, like, you know what? There's nothing better in this world than when you kind of get introduced to somebody's content. And then you kind of like get to know them.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, in real life, I hope that they are who the person that I kind of like, that I like.
Yeah.
And when you pulled up with big, huge Oakley sunglasses on and a huge truck, and I go, thank you, Lord. Like that's like I mean, dude, when you see like if you would have pulled up in an EV, like a Chevy Bolt, I wouldn't have been disappointed, but I'd have been like, that's not what I would have chosen for him. You know, just
that's the funny thing too is like I definitely like on my content like I amp it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But like that's just me. That is just like me. Like I think that's what people have been kind of enjoying and I've been having fun doing. It's like, what if I was like just a toxic dude?
Yeah.
It's just like I'm gay and I'm using it against people.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It is very like there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that use toxic stuff, and I love the idea of anybody that challenges people's perception of what something is supposed to look like.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Dude, this is great. First question. What is your biggest gym pet peeve?
Oh, God, without a doubt. Dudes who load every 45 on the leg press and then just leave it. I have pet peeves within the pet peeve. First off, it's not impressive. It's not impressive how much you leg pressed. If you have more than 8 plates on the leg press, go squat.
Yeah.
Go do it. Leg press is an accessory. Go squat. You can't bend your knees that far? Well, then drop the weight.
Yeah.
So you can. Because this is, and then you do quarter reps and then leave it, and every 45 is on the leg press. I want to crush your skull in with every one of those 45s.
Yeah.
That is by far biggest pet peeve. I am more impressed by someone who's barely doing any weight but doing like an actual full squat.
Right.
Than a gym bro who's got over 800 pounds on the leg press.
Yeah. And then the only time the guy takes the weight off the leg press is to put it on the Smith machine to do calf raises. It's the same. Yeah. It's the same situation.
Like it's so funny too. There was a video of RFK doing it at the Gold's Gym I go to. There's a video he'll go to my Gold's Gym and there's a video of him doing like quarter reps on leg press at like 800 pounds. So I made a video of me doing it after him.
Dude, it's so crazy to me. And I don't know why.
In jeans.
I don't know why it hasn't, like, how people don't understand that the amount of weight that you can move has nothing to do with actually working your muscle. Like, you can do less weight. You can feel the motion in your muscles. Yep. You're like, when your muscles are being worked.
Slow down. Make your eccentric slower, go to more depth, just like use tempo. Like you don't even need more weight. You could just you could do way less weight. If you just did it slowly, it's gonna feel so much heavier.
Oh, for sure.
But like dudes just want to like load up. Look how many weights I did on the on the leg press. Like who cares?
It always reminds me of that bit that Todd Glass used to do where he talked about Mazda Miatas or guys peeling out in their cars.
Yeah.
And he'd always do that thing where he goes like, when a guy peels out in a car, like what does he think women are doing? He's like, what woman sees a guy peeling out in his car and runs outside and goes, oh, quick, touch me where babies come out of. Like that's like, but that's what it feels like every time you see a guy loading up on like a leg press. It's like, you're not Ronnie Coleman. You're just not.
Also, like, I should, if you're going to do that, I want to have seen you have squatted beforehand.
Yeah.
It's like, because if they don't, I'm like, this means nothing to me. Like, this is like, oh, you're just doing this for your own ego. You're getting it for like a video.
Right.
Because if you wanted an actual like workout, you would have done other things before this.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's a ton of other things that you can do. That like
I always tell people leg press it's an accessory. You do it after the squat.
right.
It's to target like smaller muscle groups and not your back up.
Right. It's just such a weird.
But that's the one they always look because everyone can leg press a stupid amount.
Right.
Your legs are very strong compared to the rest of your body.
It's a show.
Yeah.
It's a big machine, and it's
it
like
has multiple pegs for like as much weight as you can.
Right.
And now I'm running around and I can't find 45s anywhere because you have 14 of them.
It was very funny. I remember very early on
To do quarter reps.
I remember like or when they lock their knees.
Ugh.
You're like, dude, do you know how bad that can go for you? I remember one guy. There was a gym that I went to that had a weird seat situation, and the seat just accidentally happened to be near a weight rack, and the weight rack was like weird, and the guy got into the seat, and he was like trying to find a place to put. I realized he thought that the weight rack was a leg press. And he was trying to, he's like, the fact that you see like 5, 10s, 25s, and 45, like that, do you not realize that's not how a leg press, like, that's not how.
He's just trying to move random equipment.
It was just so, he's like, oh, this is how you do it, right? This is how you're supposed to do it. I'll never forget that in my whole life. And you're like, how do you not know? Like, just, man, just. It's also so funny to see the morons that ego lift in a gym. Yeah. And then you're like, people that are just trying to like, you're like, hey man, I just want to be better, have a better life and move my body. And you're like, you're making that person feel bad when you clearly have less knowledge than that guy. That's crazy. I love it though. Are you big, like, how do you feel about people videoing in the gym? I mean, obviously you do, but like,
it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I like it's always have some like decorum.
Right.
Like if the gym's like super crowded or people wait, like whatever, like I don't get mad if someone walks in front of my camera, but like I film my major lifts, so I want to see my form. I want to see what's breaking down.
Right.
I send it to like my trainer. So like I have no problem with it. I mean, don't do it in the locker room. Like don't just like be standing and taking up space and stopping people from getting their workouts in. It's anything. It's just like as long as you have some like respect, it's fine.
Right.
If someone asks you that, hey, I don't want to be in the video, you're not. Don't film. That's fine. It should. The world doesn't revolve around you. Like,
right. I think it would be very funny to be like, I would love a video of people just going like, hey, can you not record? I got a warrant. Just to be like completely honest. You're like, hey, listen, man, I got a situation. Yeah. My face cannot be on camera. All right, next question. What is the worst date you've ever been on?
I guess I would say, I went out with a guy and we went bowling after.
Yeah.
And I bowled really, really good, and he never talked to me afterwards.
Oh, dude. I'm not
even that good at bowling. I played so good. I bowled so well, and I think he thought I took things way too seriously.
That's good. And you're like, also, you can't be with somebody like that because you're like, dude, like you can't be happy for me. Yeah. This is a once in a lifetime occurrence, dude. I was doing a show with a comic that was like it's very popular, and I did the same thing. I bowled. I mean, at most, I'm like a 60-70 bowler. Like score-wise.
Yeah, I know for sure. Yeah.
And for whatever reason, there was a bunch of us, and I just happened to be in the lane with this guy.
Yeah.
And I bowled like a 110. Like I was bowling out of my mind. And I was legit I can't believe, like I was walking around like this is never gonna happen again. Yeah. I'm never gonna break 3 digits ever. Like I'm sitting there like I'm yelling. I'm like throwing my fists up in the air. It's like a Rocky moment. It's not that I won. It's like I'm never gonna be here again, and I went the distance. Yeah, you know. And that dude was so furious that he made everybody play another game, and he made sure that he beat me the next. Because of course, immediately I went right back down to 45, 50. I mean, it's like all the matches
I used it
was
all
gone.
that. I don't have another game in me.
It's like that's it.
Should just sat out. You guys play.
And then he beat me in the game, and then he's like, "All right, we can leave now." And you're like, "All right, dude, cool." Like, just
why? It's like, hey, you had a nice moment.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to ruin it.
Absolutely not. It's like, all right, dude, you're already doing everything that
You're
I
already
could.
the headliner. What are you doing?
Yeah. Stop, dude. Just leave it alone.
Imagine it's like you doing the show. And you have like a really great set, like featuring or opening.
Yeah.
He has like kind of like a mediocre set. He's like, everyone sit back down.
Yeah.
We're doing it again.
We're doing it again. Everybody go outside, come back in. We're just calling it an intermission. And he's like, I'm going to need you to go out there and do all different material. And it can be material that you haven't ever done before. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. That I've been on a lot of bad dates, but beating somebody in bowling and then having them never talk to you again, that's pretty.
That's like the only, because like for a while, I wasn't dating. I was just hooking up with dudes a lot. Like, so the few dates I actually tried to go on, I just feel like they went like that. And then I went out with a guy, we went to the movies and grabbed food, and he was like a PhD candidate at Yale, and I had nothing to talk about.
Right. What can you talk about?
I don't even know. I was like, you like monster trucks?
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I can't even leave even my current boyfriend. He's graduated from NYU with philosophy. And I'm like trying to read Plato now.
Yeah. How's that working out for you?
Hey, I get it.
Yeah.
No, he's teaching me. I'm learning. I've gotten better.
It is very funny when every guy.
I'm smarter than I look.
Yeah, I think that's very. First of all, you absolutely are. First of all, anybody that can move around a truck with more than 2 axles, there's a little bit of respect. You should be paid for that. But yeah, I mean, every dude I feel like goes through their like philosopher stage, because I feel like guys in general have this moment where whether it's seeing a movie, they see a movie about a guy that has uncorked potential, and they always go, "What if I'm really good at this and I don't know it?" So it always kind of goes to like hobbies and habits, but it always at some point ends up in the philosophy area. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Like, you're like, what if I just uncork everything? That's why every dude reads The Art of War at some point.
Oh, I could be a strategic genius.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Canaan bit about being like, what if I'm still a prodigy? I just haven't figured it out yet.
Of course. Dude, Canaan's one of my favorites.
He is like I think my favorite comedian work.
All right. Next question. What is the wildest thing you've ever seen at a concert?
God, that's so tough. I trying to think of like, it's usually just people getting really messed up physically.
Right.
I do remember one time, Toad's Place, New Haven. I was seeing Hatebreed, and dude gets his nose obliterated. Like, it is just like halfway across his face.
Band or in the pit?
The crowd?
Okay,
in the pit. He's holding his nose. Fine. I see him like kind of like leave to go to the bathroom. Start. Hear it else. Some time goes by. Next song starts playing, and it's a song called "Destroy Everything," and everyone like knows this song. Has a very like, it goes, "Oh, new light begins," and then I see this guy from like the side. He is running back to the pit, holding his face, paper towels, runs back into the pit. He hasn't stopped bleeding, and he goes, "I love this song!" And he just starts moshing more. I'm like, dude, your nose is broken. You are bleeding. Forget it. Just keep going.
Yeah.
He literally just came running. It's like he was in the bathroom and heard the opening riff. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah. I always love that you're like the way that a concert, like when you're at a concert and everybody's vibing, you're like, you can be like, any other time you see a guy with a bloody nose, you're like, get away from me. You hear the song, you see the song, you're like, get the blood on me! Get the blood on me!
It's only like hardcore metal shows. You go to the bathroom when it's like, all the paper towels are gone because someone got their nose broken.
Yeah.
And there's just bloody paper towels everywhere in the bathroom.
It is funny to be like, I was at a show one time, because my dad used to be a beer vendor at a outdoor space in Oklahoma City. So we'd always go to these like really like they'd have like random shows, and you'd see some of the wildest things. I remember my dad sent me a video one time because my dad's an oil field guy. He's so adorable. when he learns a new thing, because he gets
real excited about
when
it.
he sees something, he likes it. But I'll never forget, he was at the zoo. It's a zoo amphitheater is what it's called, and he was texting me, and he goes, "Hey," I go, "Hey, what you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm at the zoo amphitheater. I'm watching a concert. We're selling beer." And I go, "Oh, that's cool." He goes, "The show good?" He goes, "Actually, it's really good." Like, this is all text. He goes, "Actually, it's really good." And I go, "Oh, that's awesome." I go, "What band is it?" He goes, I don't know, but it's a lot of fun." And I go, "Oh, that's cool. Like, well, describe me the band." And he goes, "Well, there's a lot of them." And I go, "Okay." And he goes, "I don't know if this helps or not, but they're all wearing masks." And I go, my dad is just randomly at a Slipknot show, and then he sends me a video, and it's just my dad, and I could tell by the way that his phone's moving that he's like doing this, he's like having a great time, and you're like, what's crazy is I remember because I was like I had to hide my first Slipknot CD because somebody burned it for me, and I wasn't a metal guy, I just knew I heard that, and I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
like
Slipknot's one of those bands I feel like can like cross boundaries of of genres of what people are into.
For sure, and also, you're like, it's so crazy. You're like, dude, I hid this music from you for so long. Meanwhile, you're the whole. You could bet.
Yeah.
But he filmed this video, and then you can see in one of the videos he sent me, there's like a pit, and there's a guy, and he's going, and for whatever reason, some big dude just smashes him with an elbow, and you watch him. He gets like hit, and he's like kind of looking around, kind of like in like Saving Private Ryan on the beach. He's looking around, and then he just goes, "Oh," you see him go, "Oh," and he reaches out and he picks up his hat and he puts it on, and then he just starts going again. and you're like, and I imagine my dad just in the middle of all that, just having the best time. And I think that's what's so cool about concerts is you can go like, it's so chaotic that it's like everything's okay.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, there's a comfort in it all being chaos.
That was funny. I was just at the Sick New World Festival in Vegas. And there was a dude, and he's in like an electricized wheelchair.
Right.
And he tried to start a circle pit, and like no one really knew what he was doing, so I just ran up behind him. I just keep going.
Yeah.
And I started grabbing people as I followed a wheelchair around and pulling them, and we made a circle pit, but it was just essentially snake.
Oh, I love that.
And I just started. So there's a video of me just like running behind a dude in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
just yanking people into the pit.
Dude, I love that. That's amazing. You're just like, because here's the thing: is like whenever somebody like that tries to do something, if there's a guy behind you going like, "Fucking be cool," like just
because no one wanted to like kind of like join in. They were like, "Oh, whatever." I was like, screw it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they needed someone else to be you need that first person to initiate.
Yeah.
And that's usually me.
It's also very fun to behind some, because like my mom's works in special ed and all this stuff, and so there's always that moment you appreciate so much where it's like, there's always that guy that stands behind somebody with a disability and goes, "Just so you know, if you don't go along with this, you're gonna look like him." It's just like there's something about that energy where people just go, "Okay, all right, let's do it." All right, next question. By the way, I just want to put on record before I ask this next question, the guest was not aware of the next question, even though it looks like that is not the case. Next question. Would you rather be a Formula One driver or a monster truck driver?
I mean, I'm gay. I'm not European. We're going monster truck all day, baby, all day.
That is so crazy, dude. By the way, I want you to know, my girl wrote these questions. I a lot of times when we do a thing, I'll tell her kind of like the idea of the question, and she'll write it out. I'm really embarrassed. My girl wrote, "Would you rather be a monster car driver?" I love my girl so much, but that is as adorable as my dad dancing at a metal show. That is my favorite. A monster car. What is a monster car?
I guess it's just a car with. It's just like when they put really big tires on a Volkswagen Beetle. A monster. I don't know, something Mad Max. But yeah, monster truck driver.
Yeah,
without
for
a
sure.
doubt. Like, yeah, Formula. I nothing against Formula One. It's cool.
Yeah,
but like,
by the way, it's like super. Like you're like, oh, like to anybody else, that question is like.
I also feel like I could drive a monster truck right now. I feel like I have to get trained to drive a Formula One car.
Yeah. Also, we gotta do some modifications on that cockpit.
Yeah, you'd be hilarious. I sit in that thing. It's like, hey guys, can we make this a little bigger? Where's the cup holder?
It is very funny to be like, you ever seen Formula One drivers? You're like, it also is so funny to be like, whenever they do something Formula One, where they're trying to impress people. Yeah. They're like, look at the Formula One drivers training, and it's just them doing a neck thing. You're like, do you want to see Nick Saban era Alabama training? Do you want to see what the Alabama football team went through just to be on punt return?
To ride the bench.
That's so crazy. Yeah. Like, can you believe all the hardcore training they have to go through? Oh, you mean the simulator they have to get into? Yeah. It's like it's kind of like it's like, you know what? Do you know what it was like building a ship in the 1930s? Like just having to be in a hole in a rivet section upside down.
What are the guys who built like the Hoover Dam?
Yeah.
Just like anything like any old building. Like I run construction sites now, and I'm like, I can't. How did they do this?
Yeah.
50 years ago.
Y'all just eating lunch up there? It's crazy. You're like, oh yeah. I had 8 friends that I played poker with, and now there's only 5 of us. You're like, what happened? They move? You're like, yeah, about 40 stories. They sure did. They moved all the way to the sidewalk. Or you ever like hear like an older like people from that era talk about like a friend being gone? And you're like, yeah, they moved down the street, and turns out down the street is a cemetery. You're like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah, it's whimsical.
There's something about having, paint with lead in it that just made you,
you just don't give it crap.
Give you a dark sense of humor.
I think everyone said they all knew like, it could be us, so we might either we're gonna be petrified and not be able to do anything because we're so afraid of it, or we're all gonna need to laugh because one of us is going.
Yeah. Also, it would have been nice to be able to have like a job that you're like. You can support your own family and a secret family.
Yeah, true. You get 2 families for one job. That's crazy.
That's insane.
I gotta start OnlyFans for that.
Just like, man, you just imagine smoking cigarettes at your desk. Just all the cool things you got to do. Just getting hammered at work.
Oh, my boyfriend actually really wants to go to a monster truck rally. He loves going to like anything that's really dumb, like ignorantly American or dumb, like a dumb level of American, that stuff like that. Like he wants to go to rodeo. He wants to like just anything that's real.
Have you taken him to Top Notch yet?
Golf?
No, the burger place in Austin.
Oh yeah, honestly we've been there a couple times. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I could because Days of Confused filmed there. Yeah. So it was like, all right, whatever. But I was like, wow, this place is actually pretty good still.
Dude, it's amazing.
Yeah, I could.
I'm telling you, my favorite way to end any night out in Austin is you go to Top Notch, you get a small vanilla shake and a fried apple pie. That combo, dude. That's how you end a night. That's like whatever you're doing, whatever you have a whatever night in you just go into Top Notch right before they close. Like, not bad, but like 30 minutes before they close. Sorry, my girl's a server, so she's like,
give them a little.
Like, yeah, come on.
But a fry and a shake ain't gonna keep them open.
Dude, but
5 minutes more.
Fried apple pie and
I didn't know they had a fried
vanilla
apple pie.
shake, dude. It's I'm telling you, it's like you're like, I get this place. I get it,
I even thought their burger was solid.
Yeah, I mean, anything like that charcoal, it's like kind of lost. Burger King kind of messed it up for everybody. But you know what? That's a whole other podcast. Next question: have you ever gotten a free tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have gotten. Actually, this one, I did it on a podcast.
Oh wow.
Out in Long Island, Rob White, who the
Okay.
F is Rob White is. He's a comic who's also a tattoo artist.
Gotcha.
He'll tattoo comics and do a podcast interview. It's super fun. I've also gotten. I can't remember. I can never remember which side of my neck this tattoo is on.
Gotcha.
It's the skull and snake. I don't know if it's one to look at it.
That one right there.
That
Yeah.
one. That one was also done by a comedian.
I noticed a trend of all the free tattoos come from comedians.
Dick Roos down in Florida. We were doing a we were doing comedy at a tattoo convention up in like Lewiston, Maine.
Yeah.
Like every year, and we were just. It's like midnight in the middle of the convention. People are still tattooing and getting drunk. We would just like do our sets, but then he like the next day he was like, "You want a tattoo?" I'm like, "We've been drinking, but sure."
Yeah, sure. It also is funny, like when you're drinking, you're like, "Oh, I didn't think about you drinking." You know?
But like he also too is like apparently I have like one of the worst necks on earth to tattoo.
Dude, that's just. I don't think it's just you.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
the way you said it was like genetically. You're like, no, man. I trust me. Like I can hide my necklaces with my neck. You know, like I just like that.
Apparently my I have to get a cover up of a cover up on my other side of my neck.
Yeah.
Because the guy like had to use every thickness needle to try and get through my neck. Yeah. Although Dick did say he said tattooing me was like tattooing a bear with spina bifida. Yeah. Dick is actually he's a really funny comic too.
That's so
he's a
funny,
hilarious
dude.
comedian.
All right, Peter. This is the last one. It's the big one. What hill would you die on?
This would always gets me in trouble in the metal community. Testament has a stronger discography and is more consistent than Slayer, Anthrax, Metallica, and Megadeth. They have been better. They may have not reached the same highs, but they have been across the board better and more consistent, and especially in the last 20 years, that I think that they should be held in higher regard. This is niche. I don't care, but this is like the thing that drives me nuts in the metal community.
Let me tell you something. As a casual metal fan, I know that what you just did was a declaration of war. That is, first of all, the band you're talking about. I've never seen a T-shirt of them out in the wild ever.
I almost wore it. No,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. It's just like you see. Well, first of all, also the big problem with metal branding is it's very hard. And I don't know, nobody's ever said this, I don't think. It's really hard to read words that are written in blood. It is not easy to read. They're like, hey, we're trying to get our name out there. First of all, our music's really hard to listen to. It's really hard to play. Also, let's just make it hard to read.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it, the theme going.
Everything should be difficult.
Yeah.
That's the best way you gatekeep things. It's like, oh, it's hard to listen to. I can't understand what he's saying. Can I read it? No? All right. I'm out.
Yeah. Well, also, but I the thing I love about metal in general is that if you're in a metal is the equivalent of like going to like a wrestling duel, like a college wrestling duel. Everybody in that arena knows and loves the sport.
Yeah.
There's no like, You're like, what's going on? What's going on at the rock club on Tuesday? Oh, it's metal. Well, let's go. Gather everybody from the office. Let's go.
Casual night out. It's metal. It's metal Wednesdays.
but also I love the fact that metal's very like immersive, where it's like you get like even if like a corporate event showed up in their polos and they go, dude, let's just stay.
Yeah.
That eventually at the end of the night,
they're drinking.
The sleeves are going to be torn off. They're going to be wearing them around their heads. Their knuckles are going to be bloody, and they're like, "Dude, let's come back next week."
Yeah, they're fully inverse.
Essentially, metal is Fight Club.
Yeah, I feel like wrestling's like that too.
Yeah,
like, if anyone who's not a wrestling fan brings to an indie show, and like a show that's not like WWE or any of the big ones.
Are there good indie shows here?
Oh yeah,
dude. Dude, all
right, jeez.
I'm sorry, dude. It's just like
I know. There's good ones that I'm friends with around here. Yeah.
Also, like, do the Lucha Libres ever come through here?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of Lucha.
I remember they were gonna have a Lucha Libre show in Oklahoma City in the parking lot of my favorite taco place, and then the taco place got raided and closed. And so they had to cancel the show. And I found out when I showed up to watch the show.
You're like, hey.
And I go, where's the ring? And it turns out the ring was around the restaurant because they closed it. Dude, this was so much fun.
This is so much fun.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Follow me at Metal Pete Comedy on Instagram or Pete Angelo Comedy on Facebook. It's where I'll post all my shows, all my videos, clips. So that's where the best place you can find me.
Dude, first of all, my fans, my people, go follow him. Being on his Instagram alone is just the best thing you can do all day. It is so much fun. It's everybody that you want to yell at the internet, and Pete does a better job of it than you will. Dude, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, buddy. I really appreciate it.
You guys are the best. I'll see you next week.